Hey everybody, David Lowry with Club Fantasci coming back at you from the Southern Hobby Supply Retail Expo in Nashville, Tennessee. Joining me is Mr. Brent Navratil of USAopoly, and today we're looking at the Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle deck building game. What do we got here?
So this is a cooperative deck building game. Obviously it's Harry Potter.
Right.
2 to 4 players. You're working with each other to defeat the villains before they capture the locations. There are 7 different levels. You can start with game 1, and you add different games as you progress through it.
Right.
So game 1 is pretty simple. When you add game 2, it gets a little more difficult at game 3. So at the start of your turn, you're going to flip a Dark Arts card, and you have to resolve the Dark Arts, what it says on the Dark Arts card. So in this case, it says active hero loses 2 hearts, and all other heroes lose 1.
Okay.
So you can see here we have our health meters. So I'm the active hero if I'm going first. So I'm going to lose 2 hearts, and you're going to lose 1.
Right.
After that's resolved, I go to the villains. So now I'm going to play here. It says each time a villain control, these are villain control pieces, is added to the location, the active hero loses 2 hearts. That didn't happen this time,
right.
So nobody loses hearts. And this one says each time a Dark Arts event or villain causes a hero to discard a card, that hero loses a heart. That didn't happen, so we're good to go.
Okay.
So now, as in deck building, we start with our starter deck.
Yep.
This is our starter deck. You have your starter deck?
I have my starter
You're
deck.
going to draw 5 in front of you.
Okay.
So everybody can see them because this is a cooperative game, so we're working together to defeat the villains. The other ones stay here.
Okay.
So now that we've resolved all of this, I get to play my cards in my hand. These cards right here, I have 4 of them. It says gain 1 influence. These are your influences. With the influence points, I can buy cards to add to my deck. So in my hand here, it says I have 5 influences. So let's say I bought 5 of these.
Yep.
Here you can see how much each card costs. So I'm going to buy the one for 5.
Expecto Patronum.
Yep. And that goes to my discard pile.
Okay.
And I've spent all these.
Right, so we have slots.
Yep.
Obviously. Okay.
So this is your discard pile and this is your draw pile.
Okay.
So all these cards are discarded.
Right.
Now I'm going to deal out 5 more from my draw pile. I'm going to replace this one up here. And that's the end of my turn. Now it's your turn. So the beginning of your turn.
Flip over Dark Arts card.
Dark Arts card, yep. So this Dark Arts card says all heroes reveal the top card of their deck. So I'm going to need to reshuffle mine because... So you reveal...
Mandrake Root, an item.
And then it says a hero, if you have a value of 1 or more influence, which neither of us have influence here because we haven't bought any of these yet, you have to discard it and lose 2 hearts. So nothing happens, so you leave that on the top.
Okay.
You've done that. Each time a villain control is added to the location, active hero loses 2. That didn't happen. Each time a Dark Arts event or villain card causes a hero to discard a card, that hero loses 1. So that didn't happen.
Right.
Now it's your turn to play your cards.
So I've got 5 influence, so I can basically take that or just trade it in for the cards over here.
And you have to play all your influences or attacks. Because you'll also get attacks when you draw your cards on your turn or you lose them.
And none of the influence is saved over to the next round.
None of them are saved over.
All right, so at this point I'm just looking at probably getting the Lumen spell.
Yep.
So I'll throw that in my discard pile.
Yep, and all those cards are discarded.
And we move on.
Yep, and you deal your deck again.
Yep.
And that's how you're building, the deck building aspect goes of it. You're kind of building your deck. All right, so my turn comes. I'm going to pull the Dark Arts card. All heroes choose 1, discard an ally or lose 2 hearts. So I do have an ally, but my ally says gain an attack or gain 2 hearts, so I like that.
Right.
So I'm going to lose 2 hearts. If you do get down to this level and you get stunned, you discard all your tokens and half the cards in your hand and add 1 villain control to the location. So it's not the worst thing. So you have to kind of think, hey, maybe I want to get stunned instead of,
losing all that valuable stuff.
Exactly. So I'm going to keep the ally card this time. No villain controls are added. Nothing happened here, so it's good. I get to play. So this time I'm going to get an attack. So this shows that I have an attack. I don't need hearts because I'm pretty good on the hearts right there. I'm also going to get
3 influence.
3 influence. So I can take these, put them here. I'm going to get 1 attack. And then I'm also going to get 1 more attack. And if I defeat the villain, I gain an influence, but I'm not going to defeat him this time. So I'm going to get 1 more attack. So now, who do we think is the most dangerous to us? I think Malfoy. I want to go after him.
Right.
So I'm going to put 2 attacks on him.
Okay.
I'm going to spend my influences, and I'm going to take, because it's worth 3, I got 3 influences. I'm going to put those in, add that to my discard pile, so I'm building my deck over here.
Right. So we have to get a total of 6 attack over there to kill Malfoy.
There you go. So this is going to be how many attacks you need to kill him. This is going to be how many attacks you need to kill him. Once they're killed, you have to flip over a new villain. So, and then you are rewarded.
It's a very straightforward deck building game.
Yes.
Besides a Harry Potter fan, who is the retailer going to target this towards? What kind of people are they looking to sell it to?
Deck building fans. I mean, anybody that wants to play a light strategy game that's easy to learn. Anybody likes cooperative games, so you can all work together. And I know a lot of children and adults like to play together because the younger child doesn't know how to play the game, and they can work together, and the parent can kind of teach them how to play deck building because they're on the same team.
The first couple scenarios really help build that along.
Yes.
Yes. So what is this retailing for?
Retails for $49.95.
And is it currently in stock?
That's a good question, depending on where you go to get it. Most retailers that I've talked to that have gotten them in stock have sold out instantly. We are trying to make as many as we can, but we will not have enough for the holidays. So just warning everybody, get your orders in and make sure you place your orders as soon as possible.
All right. And what is the time length of this game?
If you're playing game 1, probably about 20 minutes, but if you add all the game to game 7, it can be up to about 3 or 4 hours.
So you could literally get through it. Now, because of the way this is structured, what is the replayability of the game?
It's extremely replayable. It's going to be different every time. So when you're adding these different games, like in game 4, you're going to add dice. So there's going to be some extra gameplay, different characters, and another thing that's really cool is that starting in game 3, your characters are going to change. So they're going to get older and they're going to gain power.
So you're advancing in the story, just like in the movies.
Exactly. So you're going to see the characters. So Harry, in the beginning, looks very young.
Right.
And as you get to game 3, he's getting older. Now he has powers. When you get to game 7, he's old. He's beat up. The cards are, weathered.
Right.
So
It's life.
It's life.
It's life. It's
Exactly.
life. Awesome.
So.
Very cool. This is Brent Navratil of USAopoly. We just took a look at the Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle deck building game. I'm David Lowry with Club Fantasci. We are coming at you from the Southern Hobby Supply Retail Expo in Nashville, Tennessee. Stay tuned. We have much more coming for you soon.